Also, the reason that I'm flying kind of tilted is also because of gravity. Everything about orbit and leaving the Earth is about gravity. That's what it's about. So the reason I'm tilted a little bit is also because of gravity. If you're just going straight up, you're fighting gravity a little bit too much. It's much easier to tilt. You go a lot faster if you tilt a little bit, because when you're just going straight up, you're fighting Earth's gravity like 100%, and that makes it 100 times more difficult to get any speed. And if you don't get enough speed, then you use up all your fuel before you're anywhere, and that's not helpful at all. So what you do is you fly at a slight tilt so that you're not fighting gravity all the way, but you're still going upwards. You're still going upwards, just not completely upwards. Therefore, you're having a lot less of a fight with gravity, which helps a lot with speed. That way, you don't have to use so much fuel. That's why I'm doing that. Okay, I'm gonna stop about here, and I'm gonna wait till we get about, so let's say, I'm gonna wait till I get about here. That's what I'm gonna do. Then I'm gonna fly. Watch, I'm gonna fly prograde, and if I fly prograde enough, I'll probably stop there. And then again, when I get about here, I'm gonna fly prograde again. Sorry, no, messed that up. That's not what I wanted to do. Ah, messed up. All right, whatever. Let's remove you. Let's get rid of you, and then yeah, okay. So I'm gonna fly prograde, which will expand my orbit quite a bit. Right about there. Well, actually, no. Let's get rid of you. Actually, no. I'm gonna start flying around here, maybe. No, that's where I started flying earlier. Let's try here. Fly prograde here. Yeah, there we go. See, it expands. The orbit will expand as I fall more that way. Then probably around here, I'll stop and then I'll wait till I'm up there. Then I'll try to keep going to expand it even more. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I should have the fuel for that. So I'm pretty sure. Lower that a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now this should tell me when I should do that. So let's turn prograde right now, just to get ready. Actually, no. Let's turn towards where we need to be for the maneuver to work. I think I should probably start burning now. Probably. Alright, let's go. Okay, close enough. It's fine. See how this goes. Come on now. A little bit early. Actually, a lot early. But I think I had the fuel for it, and this should be pretty efficient. Sorry if there's a lot of thinking. Alright, I'm trying to think. Trying to get this to work. Okay, fuel's almost up. I think I'm just gonna burn the rest of my fuel, probably. Yeah. Okay, just a couple of that. Turn on this. There we go. So that's gonna fall back to Earth. Goodbye. And then back to the map. Stop moving there. And I'll wait to use this fuel until I'm up there. And I need to make sure I have enough fuel that I can fly retrograde enough that I can come back out of orbits. Otherwise, my guys are gonna be stuck in orbit for the rest of eternity. And I'm not very good at docking ships in this game. If I could dock ships well in this game, I could probably move a ship close enough to give it some fuel or to knock it towards the Earth. But I'm not very good at docking. I'm not very good with matching speeds and positions. It's complicated. That's a lot more complicated than everything else I've explained to you. So I'm not very good at that. But anyways, let me get rid of this. Okay, so about here, I'll say. I'll start flying prograde. Probably. Hold on, let me see. So I'm flying prograde here. There we go. Now that'll give me full orbit. A little bit janky though. I don't like that. Let's try flying a bit more towards the center. Maybe that'll make it more janky. I don't know. I don't have much time to calculate this. Okay, that's probably the best I'm gonna get right there. That orbit there. So that's the lowest point. That's the highest point. The lowest point is pretty darn high, so I'm pretty happy with that. All right, that's good. I like that. I might have enough fuel for it. Actually, I'm not sure. I'll do my best though. So, move towards the maneuver node. There we go. I'm ready to do it. So, like I said, basically going prograde. Flying that way enough that I start falling more that way than I'm falling down. And that's what orbit is. Though for right now, you can't really tell because I'm moving so slowly. Alright, let's do this. Warp time a little bit. Just a little bit. Not much. And right. Let's do it right here. Let's do it here. Alright, go. Let's see how much of an orbit I can gain before I run out of fuel. I didn't put a lot of fuel on this one. I only put these 2 tanks. Might not be enough. If I get to the point where I won't have enough to go back onto Earth, if I don't have enough that I'll be able to go back into re-entry, then I'll just stop and I'll let myself fall because I don't want to keep my guys stranded in space. I think I'm good though. I think I'm good. And a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. Stop. There we go. I am in orbit and I have enough to get out of orbit again. Welcome to orbit, everybody. I'm just gonna move around a little bit. Whee! I turned stability assist off, so nothing's gonna stop me from spinning like this. Like an awesome person now. All right, we're in orbit. Nice. Success! If I was at mission control right now, I'd be jumping out of my seat and cheering with all my buddies. Do you know, it's funny watching those videos of the people at mission control. Like when when everybody gets out of orbit, or when the guy stepped foot on the, Neil Armstrong, went on to the moon and stepped foot on the moon. Everybody in mission control freaked out. Because they were working, obviously, so hard to get this to work. Nobody gives the guys in mission control enough credit. Right, and let's stabilize myself right here. There we go. Alright, now, I'm going to get Mr. Scientist, to do all the cool sciencey stuff now that I brought up into space. And yeah, that'll help with the stability. So, EVA stands for extravehicular activity, which basically means you're out of your boat or your vehicle, whatever. Alright, so I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm equipped with a backpack, which has 5 somethings of EVA propellant, so I should be good. And he also has a parachute, which actually, let me check that. I'm gonna bring that to 2 as well. The minimum pressure, to say. Why can't I touch you? That sounded weird. So there we go. Okay. Come on. There we go. The mouse seems to be a little bit off-centered. The calibration seems to be off with the mouse. Anyways. So, that's that. Great. So he does have a parachute on as well. So just in case something goes wrong. If he somehow... Well, he probably would survive re-entry, actually. He's small enough that he probably wouldn't be affected. Gravity probably wouldn't be pulling him hard enough that he would go so fast down to the earth that he would burn up. I think he would probably survive re-entry just because of how light he is compared to the spaceship. And because of that, the parachute is also there so that he doesn't die falling. But he also has plenty of propellants, so that shouldn't happen. Now if I press R, there we go. He has now equipped his thingamajigger. It is cool. I like this game a lot, man. Alright, so, there we go, space. Okay. So as you can see, he is now out in space. Haha, ironic, yeah. Okay, so that's that and that. How do I go up though? I can't remember my controls. No, that's not what I wanted to do. V, there we go. Okay, come on. How do I go up and down? Give me the controls. I've forgotten my controls. Oh wait, shift. Okay, shift and control. Okay. Got it, cool. Alright, so I'm gonna do the sciencey stuff now. So if I go up here, I'll be very, very specific with this. Controls. Grab you. What can I do with you? Gemini Kerbal. I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess with the module. I want to use you. There we go. Deploy scanner. There we go. So slow you down. I don't want you to be flying off into space now. Okay, so what is that going to do? Perform orbital survey. Resource. Toggle overlay. I don't know what all this is. I haven't used a scanner before in this game. Cut off positive, cut off negative, retract scanner. Alright, I'm going to do you, I guess? No survey data available. Okay, so let's do perform orbital survey. You must be in a stable polar orbit between 60 kilometers and 150 kilometers to perform an orbital survey. Am I not? Where's my map? Hold on, I'm going to try to keep you still. Alright, there we go. Map. How far am I from the Earth's surface? Right here. The epiapsis. Okay, so that's a bit high then. So this is the lowest point. The periapsis is the lowest point in my orbit, and at that point I will be about 141,000 meters above, 141 kilometers away from their surface, which is I think is what it wanted. It wanted in between 60 and 150, so 141 should be fine. So I have that brief window while I'm at the periapsis to perform the orbital scan. I'm gonna do resource as well. Alright, great. Cool. Don't know what that means. Let's do the other one too, just for extra science. Not that I need it, I'm in sandbox mode. But you know, science is cool, man. Science is cool. And I'm surprised these things actually survived that. Toggle overlay. Okay. Great. Great. That looks cool too, look at that. See, I'm on the dark side. I'm going towards the dark side right now. Okay, don't want to leave my ship. Let's calm down here. Calm down. Focus, Danielson. Okay, so I'm going into the dark side. There's the sun over there. Obviously, I assume most of you know how the dark side and the light side of the earth work. But we're going towards the dark side right now, and that looks cool. Like, when you watch as the sun goes behind the planet, it looks awesome. They did a really good job with the scaling of the planet and the way that it looks in space. Looks awesome, man. Alright, so I'm not sure if this can be used for anything other than sending science-ness back to Earth. Yeah, okay, so that's just for that. Let me use the goo things real fast. Observe mystery goo. There we go. Let's send it to Earth, which I should be able to do. Restoring functionality. Yeah. There we go. My fancy antenna thing did that. Alright, so I was able. If you don't have an antenna on your ship, you can't transmit your science reports back to Earth. So you have to keep them on your astronaut. And if you don't have very much space, if you don't have any space on your ship for storing science, then you gotta store them on your astronaut himself. He has to carry the science. So basically, since only the scientists can do that, only the scientists can carry anything. Basically meaning that I'd only be able to carry one experiment worth of science. So I'm glad I got that. I'm glad I put that antenna on there so I can transmit this to Earth instead of only having one thing. That way I can transmit as much as I want. Alright, let's do this one too. And that warning at the beginning there was just because I won't be able to use the experiment again once I've already transmitted the information. Also, the model propellant there is you know, you can't just move your ship like I was doing before around in space like that just with nothing, because there's no matter out here. That's what space is not. There's no matter in space. So, or at least there's no normal matter like gas, solids, liquids. There's none of those. Just dark matter, which is what I think the only name for it is. There might be another name for it, but I don't know it. Just dark matter, which is not the kind of matter that you would think of. Meaning you can't use aerodynamics. Aerodynamics do not exist in space, basically, and that's why space is the way space is. So obviously you can't just like move the engine to be more to the left, and then all of a sudden your ship will move like a wheel will work, or a rudder in the back of a boat. That doesn't work in space. So you need monopropellant, something pushing some sort of force, pushing pressure in that direction, allowing the ship to turn. That's how they do that. I'm not sure how they figured that out. They probably sent a bunch of people into space so they could figure that out, which is interesting. I wonder what it would have been like to discover how space was. That would have been so weird. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Alright, so we transmitted all the data. All the data is transmitted except for the bits, the orbital scan, which I will scan at the periopsis. So give me a second while I go ahead and warp time. Board. Ah, okay, hold on. Let me grab this. The boost key. There we go. Let's get into the board. There we go. And I'll be right back when we reach the periopsis. I was gonna warp time. In fact, let's just warp time, because that's something that people do on a regular basis. You know, warp time. Also, that's the same note as I had before. So if it is the same thing that I did before, where I just move my prograde up as much as I did before, then I would go all the way out here. I would leave Earth's orbits. I would leave Earth's gravitational affectancy, and I would go all the way out here, past the moon, past Minmus, which is apparently a planet orbiting Earth, and I would get out. I would leave the attraction of Earth entirely. I don't know where I would go after that. According to this, eventually I would end up passing Earth again, right around here, but I would be going so fast at that point that I would just fly past it. So that's interesting. I was sort of, oh, look at that. I would actually be in orbit with the sun after that. I would eventually somehow gain orbit with the sun if I left Earth like that, which is what this is showing me right here. And then eventually I'd pass by Earth again at this point that the Earth is in right now. But so fast that I'm completely unaffected and I just keep orbiting the sun. That's cool. This is interesting, but I'm going to get rid of that note since I'm absolutely in no way going to do that. Alright, so let's keep orbit with Earth. That's what I'm going to be doing right now. Anyways, did I pass the periopsis? No, I didn't. Okay, so let's, right here, bam. This is the point where I'm under 150 kilometers from the Earth's surface. So this is where I have the opportunity to use the orbital scanners. So let me see. We're going to come up here. R. There we go. Now I'm going to use the orbital scanners. I don't know what that's going to do. There we go. Must be stable polar orbits. Does that mean the entire orbit has to be in between 60 and 150 kilometers? Or am I wrong about this thing? 60 kilometers and 1,500 kilometers. Okay. So the entire orbit, we're within that space. We are within that space during the entire orbit then, in between 60 and that. So, wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me look at my orbit again if I can get myself still. Okay, so that's 100. Yeah. So I'm within that space, the entire orbit then. So what's the problem? Polar stable. Stable polar. What does that mean? Am I uneducated? Do I not know what that... Is there a reason that... Should I know what that means? Alright, well, since I've already transmitted that data, I'm going to go ahead and retract these. Or have I? I don't remember. If I can't do the orbital scans, there's no data to transmit anyways. So I'm done with these. So I'm going to go ahead and retract them. Not that that'll help them survive re-entry in any way. And I'm going to go ahead. These batteries are powering... Who knows what, by the way. I just put them on just in case. Is what I did. And now I'm going to go ahead and board you again. There we go. And cool. Let's get back to Earth now. So I'm going to wait till we're at the apsis. If we're at the periapsis, is that how you pronounce it? I think so. Periapsis, whatever. And then if I'm at the periapsis, then I have to fly prograde. Because if I'm flying prograde, look, I'm going to move prograde real fast. Bam. Flying prograde would be flying in that direction, which is the direction that I'm going. So flying prograde will always extend the orbit. I could probably fly retrograde and minimize the orbit enough that I fall back onto Earth right now, but I don't want to risk losing the fuel, so I'm gonna wait till I'm at the apoapsis. I'm not even sure that's how you pronounce it. I'm just gonna pronounce it that way anyways. So that I have the least amount of space to minimize. So I don't have to use as much fuel as I would have to use if I was at the periapsis. Yeah, okay. That's my logic. Also, that's showing like how the internet is going onto the Kerbal Space Center. How the internet works. Alright, so let's do there. Here we go. Alright, so pointing retrograde, which is obviously the opposite direction in which I am falling. Because we're not flying. That's something you need to understand about orbit. We are not flying. We are falling. I just explained that to you already. We're falling at a constant rate. But it looks like a struggle because we're falling towards the Earth constantly. The Earth is constantly pulling us. But we're going so fast now that we are missing it as we fall. We're going more that way than we're going that way. So we miss it entirely. And then Earth just keeps pulling us, trying to pull us down. But we're going so fast that we don't care. Then that's what orbit is. But if I fly in the opposite direction, obviously that slows me down. Which allows, when I'm slowing down, I'm going less that way and more that way. Because Earth is pulling me down at the same time. That's basic physics. Come on. Alright, so, if you didn't know already. Alright, so let's go ahead and activate the engines. There we go. We're going to fall back to Earth now, right about there. That changes, obviously, as I go down. It's probably going to end up somewhere around here in the ocean, actually. But, yeah, we're going to fall. Alright, so, here we go. Let's turn this way, just because I'm OCD, and I don't like seeing my satellite on the bottom. Alright, here we go. On the way down. That looks cool. That is a cool picture. Look at that. That's cool. Like, we got the dark side, and we got this side, which is all blue. Looks cool, man. Also, we're probably falling into the nighttime. Actually, I think we're going to fall in the daytime. Don't care. Here we go. Falling all the way down. Here we go. Look at the stars, man. This game is awesome. I love this game so much. Okay, so, we stopped warping time, because at this point, we have re-entered the Earth's atmosphere, which means it won't let us warp time any more than 4 times. So, since that's the maximum amount of time that we can warp time now, we know that we've entered the atmosphere. So I'm going to go ahead and warp that amount of time. And I'll sort of test this now, and then turn retrograde. Turn retrograde, there we go. And then let it do its thing. I'm turning off, let's turn the warp off now so you can see this in full time because it looks cool. That, like I said before, is now going to go and burn on the way down, or it's going to hit the ground and completely disintegrate. And then this is kind of loud, I don't know if you can hear it, then because of my heat shield, are going to be protected. And by the time that I'm going slow enough, you can see I'm slowing down. That's because, quite simply, you can't go that fast in gas. Gas is the kind of matter that, there's matter there. There's matter in the way. There's atoms and molecules in the way. You gotta push through the air. obviously it's a lot harder to push through. The more atoms and molecules, the harder it is to push through it. So obviously with something like a solid, there's so much atoms, so many molecules that you can't push through it. Like this desk, I can't push through this desk. And then with liquid, it's a little bit easier. And with air, it's the easiest. But you still gotta push through it. So because of that, you can only go so fast. This object, my capsule, has to push through that air. So as it's being blocked by the molecules, it's slowing down. By the time it's slowed down enough, soon enough it'll be slowed down enough that it should stop being on fire. I think it's stopping now, actually. That's the sound of something exploding down there. And there we go. Now it's slowed down enough due to the air, obviously, the molecules, the matter, that we're not on fire anymore. We're not going that crazy fast, and the heat shield has done its job, and we are protected. Now, we're just going to start falling. I let stability assist turn itself off, so I should naturally fall with my heaviest side, which is my bottom side, down. And so I should fall with the heat shield down and my parachute up, naturally. That's how that should go. And obviously I'm going a lot slower now. So that's why you go so much slower on the way down in re-entry. That's why you slow down so much. Looks like I am actually going to hit land. Very close to a lake, though. It's cool. They modeled an entire planet. Alright, so it's going to start speeding up, possibly. Maybe not. We're already going pretty darn fast. As you can see, we're falling. You can visibly see that we're falling, even though we are many, many kilometers in the air. I'm not even sure this parachute, actually, now that I think about it, I'm not sure if this parachute is going to be enough to stop us. I think when I used this capsule the last time I played this game, I had like 3 different parachutes. But we'll see. We're about to find out. Alright. At 2,000 meters, I think I'm going to do it. Actually, no, I'm going to do 2,500 just to be safe. There we go. So now, during the next time, it should catch the air. There we go. It's caught the air. And now we slowed down enough. There we go. Which is actually, that's why air works with parachutes. Parachutes catch as much matter, and as many atoms and molecules as possible to stop you. And that's how parachutes work. It sort of gathers them together, stops you as effectively as possible with more drag. Which is also how drag works. It's so interesting. That's also why where is it? I put the altitude at, it's 1,000 apparently. If the parachute altitude is at 1,000, then it shouldn't have allowed me to use it until I was at 1,000 meters. Okay, or maybe after 1,000 meters it won't let me. Alright, it's a good thing I did it at 2.5 then, because it didn't catch until, if you saw, it didn't actually catch until like just over 1,000. So you need a good 15,000 meters, a good 1.5 kilometers to catch the air. Now we're going 10 meters a second, which is still pretty darn fast. Actually, okay. We're going. Usually, you're supposed to go like 3 meters a second. We were going 10 meters every second, which is very fast. So we were going way faster than we should have been, which ultimately destroyed our parachutes. And something else blew up as well. Oh, the heat shield blew up. Okay, so the heat shield was destroyed due to our fast velocity, but because the heat shield took all of the force, the heat shield took all the impact. So my astronauts are completely fine. And now I can recover the vessel. And we're good. A successful mission. Plenty of science. Full orbit. That went pretty darn well. I'm pretty proud of that. And I built that ship myself, may I remind you. I built that, by the way. Let me check the tracking station. See if there's any bits of the ship that survived. Don't need you. No. Okay, so nothing else. Only that capsule survived. Everything else either burnt up in re-entry or disintegrated upon impact on the surface. So nothing else survived. Otherwise, I would have been able to find it in the tracking station, and I would have been able to recover it. But nothing. So yeah, that was pretty darn successful. Maybe next time I play this game, I'll make a plane on the runway. But yeah, that went pretty darn well. I'm pretty proud of that. So I think that's gonna mark the end of the video. That went on a pretty long time. I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't be surprised if that's a good 20-minute video, just because of how much I talked. I talked a lot in that video. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then hit the like button to let me know. And if you like me, then hit the subscribe button to get more of me all the time, as I make videos all the time. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching once again. That was a lot of fun, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.